Okay, we should be live everywhere. Hi,
Okay.
everyone.
Hiya.
Hi, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. I know
Good
Josh likes to,
evening from
yeah,
here. It's like
time
it's
zone
dark.
math is so hard.
It
But I know
is.
Josh likes to ask everyone where you're tuning in from, so feel free to tell us where you're tuning in from today. Oh, okay. I had the stream pulled up. I started hearing myself, and that was a jump scare. But hi, everyone. My name is Leah Thompson. I work as a DevRel engineer at Laravel, and I am here today with Zuzana from Larabelles. So, Zuzana, if you'd like to go ahead and introduce yourself,
Well, you just did it for me. So
you'll
my
do it
name is
better though.
Zuzana. Oh, well, okay. I'll say my surname as well. So my name is Zuzana Kunskova, and I'm the founder of Larabelles, among other things.
Other things. That
Other
sounds
things,
like
yeah.
so mysterious.
No, I just wear so many hats. Like it's so difficult. You should have like this elevator pitch
Mhm.
ready for people when they ask you what do you do, and I never know. I don't even know where to start. I'll start. Okay, so I work in tech. I'm a developer, but I'm also a founder. I do this and the other. Yeah.
That's a good elevator pitch, though. Mine's just me like talking for 5 minutes, and then I realize I haven't quit talking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, people always, yeah, a lot of people, especially if they don't come from tech, they don't understand half of the things we say. So
Mhm.
it's something I need to work on. That's for sure.
We have Ashley in chat. Hi, Ashley, who's calling in from England, which
Oh,
is
hi, Ashley.
closer to Zuzana than I am. Hi,
Yeah.
Sam. Hi, Florian. Um, yeah, Zuzana is a Renaissance woman. She does
Am I?
everything.
Oh, thank you.
That's
That's so
what Dave
kind.
said.
I would say it's like jack of all trades, but master of none. But I like Renaissance woman much better, so I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah, definitely not master of none. So I guess let's go ahead and kind of jump in a little bit and talk
Yeah,
about what Larabelles is. I think that's a good place to start, is just explaining what
yeah.
what is Larabelles.
So Larabelles is a community for PHP and Laravel developers that are underrepresented due to their gender. And that's a mouthful. So let me just say what that really means is that because tech is a male-dominated industry, Larabelles is here for the rest of us, for women and those people that don't identify as men. That's it. Okay, bye.
Good stream. Bye,
Yeah.
everyone. No, I think that's honestly great. And Larabelles is something that really stuck out to me whenever I was getting into the Laravel community because we don't have that for like the JavaScript community or other ones that I've been part of.
Mm.
What would you say are kind of the key initiatives or members who have helped you kind of cultivate Larabelles as well?
Um, So the reason I founded Larabelles, really, I think I should start there, is
Hmm.
when I became a developer later on. It's not my first career, it's my second or even third, really. And when I started learning how to code and just started seeing what's up in tech, especially in Laravel, I couldn't find any other women. And back then, we're talking 6, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, I was mainly on Twitter, and even
Hmm.
there, I hardly knew anyone. So it was all, I mean, the Laravel community was lovely. There's nothing to say about that. But all I was seeing was guys.
Hmm.
And it made me wonder whether, actually, when I was still at home and just working with my computer, it was okay. It wasn't until I went to in-person meetups when I realized that I was really sticking out, not only because I am usually taller than everyone else, but because there were many other women developers. There were some marketing design SEO, but not many developers. So that made me wonder why. And it did make me think, is it even for me? So that's when I then went on Twitter and started intentionally looking for other women, Laravel developers. And I
Hmm.
couldn't find any. And funnily enough, somebody I asked even on Twitter, nobody really knew me back then. And I asked, like, is there a community for women Laravel developers? And the reason I ask is because before Laravel, I was working with WordPress and I did a little bit of JavaScript. But I generally noticed that there were communities. So there's Django girls and Rails girls, I think, women
Hmm.
who code, like a lot of communities. But there was nothing specifically for Laravel developers. So I asked on Twitter, is there anything like that? And people were like, the one person replied, I say people, one person replied saying, there isn't, why don't you create one? I was like, well, me, who am I to, I don't know anything.
Mhm.
Regardless, because, ignorance is a bliss, I just did it because why not? And so initially I was just looking for friends. I was looking for somebody I could relate to, whether it was because they were a parent, a mom, because I was a mom of young kids back then, a woman of my age, my background, because again, I didn't come into tech. I came from a psychology background. And even before psychology, I was working in, shipping, a lot of different things. I was just looking for somebody who would validate my existence in tech, like
Mhm.
to tell me it's okay, like anyone can be a developer. So that's why I founded Larabelles, because I was looking for friends. It sounds silly, but I was just looking for friends. And when I found Larabelles, I had no idea where it would go. I had no plan. Just I didn't know.
Mhm.
Yeah. So here we are 6 years later, and
I don't think it's silly at all. Like, I realized because I also pivoted careers, so I went from mathematics to working in tech, and I worked as like a high
mm,
school geometry teacher for a year and a half before getting into tech, which was working as a developer is very different from teaching high schoolers. But a big part I realized for me into like getting into tech and then even staying in tech is having your community, right? Because
yes,
it can be really hard and stressful, and even like not even just with the technical aspects, but just having a community there to help you through your like highs and lows of your careers
hmm
and just day to day. And Larabelle's gives people exactly that. And it also is great because I just got into the Laravel community and Larabelle's 2 years ago now, like
mm,
going on 2 years ago now in 2024. And it was already pretty established by then. So like when I went to Laracon US, there was a whole community of
yeah,
people for me to like hang out with. And I was just like instantly adopted by
yeah.
Larabelles because they're like, okay, you're not a man, you're here, you're now part of Larabelles. Like that's it. I was like, I didn't apply or anything. They're like, no, you're part of
You
us.
just are, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a lot of people are confused. Like, what do we have to do? How do we become members? But there is like, you don't have to, there's no membership form. Like, you
Mhm.
can fill in a form to be on the website, but you don't have to. Like, you don't have to pay. There are no fees. It's really so that you know that you're not alone. And especially when it
Mhm.
comes to conferences, like it's like community matters so much. And you only realize when you don't have it. It's kind of the thing when you don't know the value of it until you don't have it.
Mhm.
And so just having people around you, knowing that there is a safe space for you to go and ask, like I think everyone in tech has asked a question on the internet somehow, whether it's Stack Overflow or some Discord channel. And it's always very much hit and miss. Like, first of all, is anyone even going to reply? And if they do reply, are they going to be nice? Are they going to be kind? They're going to make fun of you? It's just a minefield out there. So having a smaller community of people that are nice and you know they're not going to be, mean to you, and they
Mhm.
will reply to you. I think it really, and even not technical questions. Sometimes you just need to have a chat about what it's like. Like, we will share experiences as women in tech. There will be certain things that we will share. For example, walking to a conference where you are the like 1%, and it doesn't matter how nice the people at the conference are. And I have to say, I've never had any negative experience at any Laravel conferences or Laracon conferences, but still you feel odd, like out of place, because it's
Mhm.
just the majority of people, you know. So just knowing that you are not going to be alone, that there will be people like you, somebody that you will don't have to be standing in a corner alone, or you don't have to, feel awkward. Just knowing Larabelles will be there. And actually, I want to read. There is one of our Larabelles that ended up going to a Laracon, and then she sent me a message what it was like, and I just want to read it out to you because I really loved how she described it. She said, "There's an instant connection with other Larabelles members, like finding your people in a crowded room. The warmth and openness of this community, think Swifty level instant friendship, gave me the confidence to approach speakers, join conversations, and truly belong at my first major tech conference." And I think this is what it's about. Like, you don't have to know each other. You can just say, "Oh, Larabelles, yeah," and just
Mhm.
you can jump over the initial awkward conversations, like "Who are you? Where you come from? Blah blah." Doesn't matter. You're a Larabelle. You belong. Let's just, we are friends by default. We are all friends.
Yeah, to me it felt like being like adopted. It's like you show up and suddenly you're just part of this and then they're like, "Hey, we're having dinner at this place tonight. Like, do you want to come?" And you're just instantly invited and treated
Yeah.
like you're part of the friend group instead of
Mm,
like it's just like this formal thing.
yeah.
Also we got this great comment from Jeff Hansen. He said, "Hi, ladies. Great to be here and support the Larabelles. My daughter has started developing and she wants to join your group." So I think that's
Please
like
tell her,
something
yeah.
great about Larabelles is like just having it, I think, can make more women or younger girls or people want to join the
Hmm.
Laravel and PHP community. So I think it's done a ton of great things. We also have Marcel in chat who said hi,
Hi, Marcel. Hi, yeah.
and Cynthia, uh,
Oh, thank you so
Roxy who
much.
said good morning. I also want
Good
to kind of
morning.
go back to the origin a little bit. So once you kind of decided that you needed to make this happen, what
Mm.
were your next steps there? How did you kind of grow it into the community it is today?
I just went with the flow.
Mhm.
I think this doesn't sound, I don't know, sometimes I think I should make something up to make
Mhm.
it sound like proper and business-like, but I didn't know what I was doing. Like when I when I say founded Larabelles, I founded Larabelles by just going on Twitter one day and posting about it. And officially, legally, I registered a company in December 2020, but I went live, like I announced Larabelles end of July 2020.
Mhm.
So there were about 5 months where I was like just seeing what will happen. I didn't know. But then I just went with what the community, what the people asked for, what they were looking for, what they suggested. So everything that we are because of the community. So for example, our home is Discord. I didn't know Discord before, so I asked people, would you like Discord or Slack or anything else? So people decided Discord, so that's why we have Discord. The website, the directory, so that's one thing that I actually wanted. So on our website, larabelles.com, we have a directory of our members. Again, they are not all, there are more of us than that's what on the website, because not everyone
Mhm.
wants to be on the website. But it's basically a place where you can see some of our members and you can read some of their bios and see what they are up to. And this serves to basically, I want to tell the world that look how many there are already, and even keep in mind that the numbers, I think there are about 80 odd, 84, 86, I don't
Mhm.
even know how many. So when next time you are having a conference, you can't say that you don't have any women speakers because you don't know any. Well, you've got a whole directory of people. Or if you're looking for a job, you can't say, oh, nobody applied, that's why like that our whole team is just male. Well, it might take a little bit more work, but we are there, and now there's a place for you to even go and contact these people. So I just wanted people to know that we exist, that we are here, and we might be not as loud as other members of our community, but that doesn't mean that we are not. So I think increasing the representation of women in tech, I think that's important, because if you
Mhm.
don't see people you can relate to in some way or another, it can be your gender, it can be your age or your old profession. For example, I bet if you met somebody who was a teacher at school, you would have something to talk to, because you would be able to connect over something like that. Or if I meet somebody who's had a degree in psychology, again, something else we can relate to each other. So I think it's important to have people like that. And yeah.
No, it definitely is. And I know you mentioned you like read a comment from one of the Larabelles that you were able to send to Laracon. So let's talk
Mm.
a little bit more about like
Yeah.
kind of the initiatives and like how Larabelles provide scholarships and stuff.
Yeah. So it's what started the directory. And then I think when Larabelle started initially, it was still COVID. I don't
Mhm.
even know when COVID ended now. Like the whole timeline in my head, I have no idea. But what I'm saying is there were no in-person conferences back then. So there were some Laracon onlines,
Mhm.
couple. But then from what I remember, the first in-person conference was the Laracon EU in Lisbon. At least that was the first one for me. And I think it was, if not the first in-person, it was definitely one of the first in-person ones.
What year was that one?
2023,
Okay.
4, 5. Yes, 2020. That was in Lisbon, in Portugal.
Mhm.
Um, and I don't think we do a giveaway for a ticket. I think we did. I don't even, to be honest, I don't know how it started. But so basically, when I went out, when I went live with Larabelles, people started
Mhm.
saying, okay, we can sponsor you, we can send you money. So over time, we started accepting sponsorship money. But I was like, what do I do with this money? I need to give it back to the community. And one of the ways to do so was to buy or ask for a ticket to a conference and then help somebody who wouldn't normally possibly be able to come to the conference and help them to make it there, whether it's by giving them the ticket or even eventually, I think it started with just offering the tickets and then we slowly introduced some financial help.
Mhm.
So we, every time when we do a giveaway, and the giveaway winner will get the ticket to a conference, but also some financial help to cover the travel and accommodation. Sometimes it's not enough because depending where the winner is from and where the conference is, but every time it helps,
Mhm.
every little helps really. So we started doing that because, like I said, um, not only conferences are expensive business, and if you don't have a company to send you as an individual, it becomes quite difficult to go because it's the ticket, it's the travel, it's a lot of things, and it's taking time of work. But if you are given the opportunity, if you are asked, like, look, here's a ticket, there's some money, can you come? More people will. So this is what we started doing. And so I can't remember how much we did back in Lisbon. I'm pretty sure we gave away a ticket, at least that. But
Mhm.
ever since then, we try for every major conference to give away a ticket, at least one. Sometimes when we have external sponsors, we will give more than one. Just to make sure that people go to conferences, because I think you've been to conferences. It's
Mhm.
the atmosphere is amazing. You feel, not only you meet the people you talk to online, so it's nice to have some face-to-face conversation, but also you make new connections, you find new jobs, and you make friends. And although all that is possible online, virtually, but I think
Mhm.
in person, it's just there's something to it. So I want
It's
everyone to be
special.
able to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah, you
won.
are our success. Hold on, yeah. Like when people ask me, "What is your success story?" I said, "Leah." We have to talk about Leah. So let me ask you. Actually, let's turn the tables. So, well, I'm just going to set the stage. Leah, you won the giveaway back in 2024. Was
Mhm.
it? Yeah,
Yep.
when the LaraCon Denver, was it Denver? No, Denver. That
Dallas.
was Dallas. Dallas. Yeah. So you got a ticket from Larabelles, and we
Mhm.
sent you to the conference. And then what happened? You tell us.
Yeah, so I was actually new to Laravel at the time. So I'd already been working as a developer for like 2 years, but it was
Hmm.
mainly JavaScript. And I started using Laravel because my job had switched from a Next.js backend to a Laravel PHP backend. And so I started learning Laravel and I applied for the giveaway for the Laracon US ticket, not thinking I would win. So I'm like, what would it hurt? I won't win. And then I won. And I'm like, well, crap, now I have to get to Dallas and go to this conference. And I actually hadn't been to any conference at that point.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was on Twitter and different like communities online, but I'd never been to an online tech conference since working as a developer. And so I went to Laracon US in Dallas and I fell in love with the community. Like I thought people would kind of shun me because I was a JavaScript dev. Like I thought they'd be like, no, you're JavaScript, don't talk to us. But everyone was so nice. Like I said, I was like adopted by the Larabelles community. So like
Hmm.
Mary Perry, who's in the Larabelle, she was like showing me around and introducing me to people. And I like always had people talking to me and asking me to go places. Like I didn't feel alone because it can
Hmm.
also feel like you're alone when you're brand new to a community, right?
Mhm.
So not even the only woman, but if you're just new to this community, but that just didn't happen here. Like the Laravel community in general is great, but then Larabelle's just added to it. And
Mm.
I probably wouldn't have went to this conference otherwise because I wouldn't have paid the money. But to be able to go for free kind of made me fall in love with the community. And then from then, I bought into Laravel and used it for all my side projects, kept talking about it online. And now I work at Laravel and
I
I'm,
know, isn't it amazing? And now
yeah,
from that being your first conference you even went to, now you speak at conferences, and have you spoken to most of the major ones, haven't you?
I spoke
Well,
at, or like last year's,
Australia, US,
mhm,
Denmark, where else did you speak?
I think that's it, US,
That's it.
Australia, and Denmark so far. Because I
Yeah.
got hired in March, into March
Oh,
last year. So like after Europe and all
yeah,
this.
sorry. So like don't mean to push you anymore.
No, you're
It's
good.
coming, it's coming. More conferences are coming. Yeah, I think I think that's what it's about. Like you go to a conference and you meet people, and then you don't know what's going to come out of that. You have no idea. Like, and you might be employed by Laravel.
Yeah, you might be employed by Laravel. You might have like really true friendships that start like we
Mm,
hung out all like the whole time of Laracon AU basically
that
and
was
got to like
amazing.
hang out with kangaroos and koalas. Like I
I
feel like you make real real friendships through it. Also, Jason's laughing at me. Jason McCreary said, "That's it." Ha ha ha. I mean, it is it.
It's amazing, and that's what it's about. Like you, I know I think when I was going to US
Mhm.
to Nashville, I was going through the customs, and I've had all my papers ready and ready to show them why I'm there in the US, and they asked me why I'm coming. I said I'm coming for a conference, and the
Mhm.
woman was like, "Why are you so happy?" like I'm happy to I'm gonna see people that I've been talking to. I'm happy. She said like, I don't see many people being happy about going to conferences. And I was like, oh, I can't wait. So I think that's just shows. And a lot of people have asked me, like, can be that we just made something special, not just Larabelles, but Laravel in general. The community is just something special. I know I was, because I ride horses, I go to these stables. Anyway,
Mhm.
and one day, a couple of years ago, we were riding, and then I got a message on my phone. I looked at my phone, I started laughing, and a friend of mine was like, "What's that about?" I said, "Oh, that's something from work." And she was like, "I'd love to have a work that makes me smile like that." I was like, actually, yeah, it's something special.
Yeah, I think it
And I
just
want everyone to experience it. Yeah.
shows how special the community is too. And also, Anna said
Hey,
hi,
Anna. Hi,
which is the
yeah.
one who remembered to share the stream in the
I know.
Discord.
So actually, I have to talk about Anna and Diana because these two, Diana Shah from Beyond Code and Anna, I think you're independent, aren't you? I just say Anna from Portugal. Anyway, those two have been with me. I don't even know how it started. I wish somebody could tell me. I think I asked Diana before and she didn't remember how we met the first time. But Anna and Diana, those two have helped me with Larabelles, like the website and any admin. And they have been there for me. They are the people. Like people think of Larabelles and they think of me, but it's not me. Like I really just got the ball rolling. And then there is Anna Diana that helped me with everything, like the day-to-day stuff, that every idea I have, I run it by them because I don't want to be stuck in my head. I don't want to think about everything myself. I think
Mhm.
that could be dangerous. So I run it by them, first of all. And yeah, and I think even Anna, I've got know that she said about how Larabelles helped her. Hold on, I need to find it somewhere. Where do I find it? Because Anna also, she won a ticket to go to Laravel Live London, I believe. Oh no, I don't know which one it was. Anyway, she got a ticket to Laravel Live London, so she got to come to London
Mhm.
for the conference there. And yeah, there is a message. Finally, I didn't put names to the messages because not everyone who sent it was happy with me sharing who they were. So I just didn't put
Yeah.
any names. And now I don't know which one was by Anna. So sorry, Anna. But I think this one is. I think as someone is in a little corner of the world, not that Portugal is little, by the way, I'd never had the chance to attend Laravel Live UK without this community support. Larabelles isn't just providing conference tickets, they're creating representation, fostering belonging, and ensuring that voices like mine are heard in the Laravel space. They're proving that when we make room for everyone at the table, the entire community becomes stronger, more creative, and more innovative. And again, I think this is what it's about. Just
Mhm.
at Laracons, they always say, like, keep in mind the Pac-Man principle when you are talking to people, when you're like in a circle talking to people. Don't close it up. Always leave a little bit open for people to join. And when they join, just make it bigger. And again, leave a little bit open. And that's what it's about, like, make space for everyone in the community.
I think Larabelles is great at that. And then also, like at the conferences, we always try to take a group photo. And I think
Oh, that's
seeing that
amazing.
group
Yeah.
photo growing at like every conference is just
I
amazing
know.
too.
It's just when I think the first time we took it was at Lisbon, and there were, I don't know, 10, 12 of us maybe. And
Hmm.
I was like, wow, look how many. It's amazing. And now every conference you go to, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And now the last time we went to was Australia in Brisbane, and it was amazing. Like, I
It's like a
just stand
stage full
there.
of us.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. And the thing is, like, I feel like those people were there. They would be
Hmm.
there without Laravel. Like those people already were developers most of the time, but it's sometimes just telling us, like, let's get together. That's all it needs for people to get together and make something amazing happen.
Hmm.
Because I'm sure there were plenty of women developers, even though I didn't see them online. That doesn't mean, because not everyone is online, obviously, but just knowing that there is more of us and we have each other's back. It's
Yeah.
It's
And
amazing.
making it easier to like reach out to each other.
Hmm.
Paulina said you should invite your friend to Laracon. And then Mariah said, "Hi everyone,
Hi,
hi."
Mariam.
Vishal said, "You make great friends out of community,"
Yeah.
which I think is exactly what Larabelles does. And then, hi Jason, how are you doing? Good morning.
Hi, yeah.
Roxy, so I guess this is a good question. Zuzana, do you know where the Larabelle photos go? Like, are they always shared with the Larabelle's account on Twitter or?
So some of them are, we have some on the website, some usually on Twitter. Those on Twitter are live. Like when it happens, they go on Twitter. But the thing with Twitter is like you see it once and you never see it again. So
Mhm.
one of the things that we have to do is what's on our to-do list is to have some sort of gallery for people, because we do have some photos online on our website, but it's not enough. It's not all of them. So we will need to
Mhm.
have a dedicated place for the photos and also for people to upload if they want to. But that will need some tech solution. Like I can't just say, oh, just there's a Dropbox link, just upload everything here. That's not
Mhm.
what I want to do. So yeah, we have the photos. Some of them are online, but we need to find a place to put them all online.
Yeah. And I think that leads us into a good kind of like segue into where Larabelle's is going, kind of like what your
Mm,
upcoming plans, events, or different things are for it.
yeah. Um, So it's a good idea. I've got so many plans. I have so many plans. So upcoming things, like just let's just get that out of the way. We have the upcoming Laracon. So I've
Mhm.
actually just updated the Larabelles website with the events. So we've got Laracon India, then Laracon EU, then there will be Laravel Live Japan. There's also PHP conferences. So there's PHP UK conference in February, and there is PHP Day in Verona in Italy in May. So I'm trying to
Mhm.
add all these to the events. I can't add every meetup, unfortunately, because that's just too much, but I'm trying to add at least the major conferences. And we are giving away a ticket to Laracon EU. So that went live today. I haven't told anyone yet. So yeah, now you are the first to know.
Yeah, I was about to say,
So
why have we not shared it? Yeah.
because I only just done like 2 hours ago. I wanted to have it done before the stream. So that's up. I'm gonna share it later.
So you've heard it
Um,
here first. Go ahead and go apply
yeah.
for it, everyone.
And especially, honestly, Larabelle's official or unofficial, like you're not a manual Larabelle, basically. Think of it that way. I'm sorry, guys. I know that sounds mean. I'm saying it lovingly. I know it's really difficult to say it out loud because I don't want to alienate anyone. I don't want to sound like men are horrible. They're not. Like
Mhm.
I still haven't found the right way to say it. Anyway, so Larabelle's, please apply. Even if you think you're not gonna get it, you don't know. And
I
from the
didn't
past,
think I
it's,
would get it, and I
yeah,
won. So, like, you
somebody has
literally never
to.
know.
And it's interestingly quite difficult to actually give away the ticket because a lot of people will apply and then they will be like, oh, actually, I can't come. So then we have to go down the list. So I don't think there's ever been a giveaway where the first person who won it got it because it just never works that way. So please do apply. And I have to say, men apply all the time. And so, men, you don't apply because I do check. And it takes forever to check every single entry to make sure that they're actually eligible. So
Mhm.
please don't apply if you don't not eligible. But if you are eligible, do apply because you never know uh, if you can get it. And there aren't like thousands of us. So it's quite, possible that you will get a ticket, sometimes even another ticket. So
Mhm.
definitely. So that's one thing. And what are the plans? So when I founded Larabelles initially, it was to make friends, yes. But as I was building Larabelles, I got to learn much more about diversity and how important it is for the world, not just the industry, I think generally. But let's focus on tech. And so what I want to do with Larabelles is really it's twofold. First of all, I want to increase the representation of women in tech, let's
Mhm.
say in the Laravel community, because it's really important. As I said, you can't be who you can't see. I actually have a Laracon talk about that, how important it is to see somebody you can relate to. So we need to increase the representation of women in tech in Laravel. Okay, I keep saying tech. When I say tech, I mean Laravel, but I mean generally tech, and I mean generally world anyway.
Mhm.
Because we need more role models. We need people we can look up to or we can learn about and see, oh, she did it, I can do it too. We need that. And you
Mhm.
might think we don't until there aren't people like you, and then you will question. I mean, probably not everyone. Some people are mentally stronger than others, but I definitely question my place, and it would help so much to know that I'm not alone. So the
Hmm.
more role models we have, I think the easier it will be for people to not only join tech but also aspire for maybe more senior positions. So it's not just about being in tech. Also, we need more women in senior positions, again, to show that there's a place for you. We need more women in the public eye, so giving talk at conferences, building in public, doing streams like you do. We need all that, again,
Hmm.
because there will be people who will look at that, look at you and say, oh, she does it, I want to do it too. So that's one point, is to increase the representation of women in tech. But the second point is, just because we are in tech doesn't mean it's a great place to be, because women are still underpaid. They are still discriminated against. There are a lot of barriers they have to overcome. And that's like a general, I'm not saying that's in Laravel, that's generally in tech. There are plenty of studies to show that women are underpaid. There is a pay gap that will take, I don't know how many years to even out. I don't know if it's even possible. Anyway, so the other point is for me to try to make sure that the place in tech is a good place. That just because you get a job in tech, it's not going to be a miserable place for you. And I know it's a big goal, but one of the things I think just having Larabelles helps already,
Hmm.
because I believe people feel more accountable. For example, conferences, I don't think there will now be a conference that doesn't have at least few women speakers, because if it was a full male lineup, they would be called up on it. They would say
Hmm.
that's not right. And I don't think that was the case like 10 years ago. So just having community like Larabelles helps, but also having community that when you, for example, you have a job and you're not sure whether the way they treat you is right. Now you've got a place to ask, say, look, this is what happened. What do you think about it? You don't have to suffer alone, or you don't have to question yourself alone. You can now bounce ideas of other people. So it's important to have community, because we need each other. We need to hold each other up, support each other. So these are the two missions I would call:
Hmm.
increase representation and also make sure that the people that are already in tech, it's a good place for them. So this is what I'm trying to do.
Hmm.
And the initiatives, some of the initiatives we have. So for example, the members director, as I said, some of our members are online. Uh, Also podcasts. So I am doing a podcast. I know I've only so far done the intro episode, but it's happening. It's just, I just need to organize myself, really. So the podcast will happen where we will, similar to what we're doing right now, sit
Hmm.
together and talk about, I think that will hopefully help the increased representation. Because the other thing is, it's once you're in the public eye, people keep asking you, usually, because they know you can handle it. It's the same like when you give a talk at a conference, you are more likely to get another one over
Yeah.
somebody who hasn't done a talk, because you have a proven track record and they can see, oh, she can handle the pressure. So,
Hmm.
but the podcast, I want to give a chance to anyone, just anyone. You don't have to be special or whatever that means to you. Anyone and everyone's stories should be heard, and we need more of these. So I want that podcast to be that, a place
Hmm.
for everyone in the community, every Larabelle in the community, to just be able to come and talk about what interests them and their background or their plans or whatever. Then we were going to continue doing the giveaways as much as money allows, because I should have said it at the beginning, but we are a non-profit.
Hmm.
We don't have a product. We don't have any, the only income we have is through sponsorships. So it's, if people stop donating, a company stop donating, we won't be able to do any of this. So if you can help us financially, please do. You can go to our website, larabelles.com/support us, I believe. There are various ways you can do it. There is GitHub sponsors, Patreon, bank-to-bank transfer, anything. But yeah, as long as we have the money, we will continue keep sending Larabelles to conferences, because I believe this is very
Hmm.
important. So these are the main things I can think of. I'm sure I forgot about something. Mentorships. Oh yeah, mentorships. We don't have an official like program, but the benefit of community that's not massive is that when somebody asks me, I usually know about other people. Like I can pair people together quite well. I sometimes think of myself as a good old matchmaker. I really enjoy like when people say, "Are we looking for a mentor?" or "I am a mentor, I'm looking for a mentee." I know who needs help or who offers help. So we do that. And again, even from that, from what I heard from people, it's been working out really well.
Hmm.
What else do we do? giveaway licenses.
Are there
Uh,
any events or anything? Oh, sorry, didn't mean to cut you
just
off.
for Larabelles, not yet. So people have asked me if we're going to have a meetup or conference. The thing is, Larabelles are spread wide across
Hmm.
the world, like we are everywhere, and there aren't that many in one place. So meet in-person events, other than meeting at conferences. Yes, when we meet at conferences, we go not only the photo on stage, but also we can go have dinner, do
Hmm.
things like that. Yes, but trying to put together a meetup just for Larabelles, I don't think we are there yet. We need to have more numbers. I'm not saying it's never going to happen. I just don't think the time's right just yet. Online things, yes, anytime,
Hmm.
but in person, I don't think that would work just yet.
Also, I see you repping your beautiful Larabelle's merch. What about that?
Yeah, well, that's hold on. Ah, this that's a new thing. That's actually brand new. This is a test one that again, me, Diana, and Anna are testing t-shirts and hoodies. And once we are happy with the quality, we will open the shop to everyone. So the reason we haven't done so yet because we just want to make sure that the quality of the merchandise
Mhm.
is good. But that is also coming. I know it's like 6 years too late, but it's happening. It's
Oh
happening.
no, I will buy it. I will buy it. So not too late. And then Vishal also said that he's open for offering for Laracon India too.
Yes, Vishal, I know you're watching, so I'm going to address you directly. When I was adding the events today, I was like, I totally messed up. Like, I forgot to get in touch with you about ticket giveaway. And so, if you know about somebody that would benefit from having a ticket, let us know and we will buy the ticket for them. I think it might be a little bit too late to open it internationally. I can try, but I mean, we've got nothing to lose really. But yeah, that's totally my bad. And also the dates have changed. I think in past years it used to be Laracon EU first and then Laracon India in March, and this time
Mhm.
it's
It
different.
flipped.
So yeah, I'm
Yeah.
totally like, so I'm so sorry. So I'm not ignoring India on purpose. It totally slipped my mind. But yeah, I'm gonna create the giveaway for India as well. I hope there are still tickets. We'll talk, Vishal.
He
I
said
think it
he'd
might
offer,
be
so I think there would
okay.
be.
Might be a little bit too late to get people from like international people, but anyone from India, anyone local, we are more than happy to support. Yeah.
And then Maddie said hi. Hi Maddie,
Hi,
thanks for
buddy.
joining. Um, Joshua said you guys are really making development a safe place for women. That's great. Which is really what
Thank
Larabelle's
you.
is all
Yeah.
about. Yeah, Vishal said sure. So oh, and then also Jason and Vishal were saying that more online events need to happen. So
Yeah.
Vishal says such as like Larabelle's online worldwide meetup,
Hmm.
which I
We
think
could
that
do
would
that.
kind of
Yeah.
be it's gonna
Yeah.
be like the podcast, maybe like a larger scale, kind of where like it's the podcast, but then someone can like kind of give like a test conference talk or something.
Mm. So we did that in the past. It wasn't a meetup, but it was when we said, okay, let's get together just unofficially one afternoon. Whoever turns up, they turned up. And it's mainly if people want to practice talks, for example, if they want to submit a talk, haven't done a talk in the past, they want to see what it's like. So we have done that in the past just to get together, chat one afternoon, but we can
Mhm.
make it more official, yeah, and also let people know. We do have newsletter, and I used to send it out really regularly, like once a month. But then I burned out, and then I stopped like for a year or long. Well, pretty. I mean, I have started it again, but now I send it out every time something massive happens, usually around conferences. But
Mhm.
I would like to get back to doing it more regularly. I think that the problem is that I do a lot of things myself, and then
Mhm.
sometimes it gets too much, and then I'm like, I need to take a breath. So that's why things take a long time, but they do happen eventually.
Do you have any plans to kind of outsource that within the community, like within the Larabelle's community?
I would love to. The issue is, and I think every open source person or supporter or like a maintainer knows that people, since we are non-profit, and at the moment, I can't pay anyone. And people offer help and then genuinely want to help, but then life happens. And
Mhm.
I can't expect them to follow up every time, even though they have to focus on their paid jobs and the other responsibilities. So although I would love for people to help, but at the end of the day, I feel like I still have to kind of oversee and make sure it happens and pick up if people can't do it. So
Mhm.
if people can write a newsletter for me, please do, because that's pain. Every single time clicking that send button is stressful now, as stressful as it was like 6 years ago. It's really terrifying. And then it's only when I send a newsletter, I find all the typos and
Yeah.
anyway.
That was
So
me when I like published a blog. I like published it and then I got this fear where I was like, oh my gosh, what if there's a lot of typos?
and I check. It's not that I don't check. I check and I double check and I still miss it. I don't know. It's called what is it called? Situational blindness. When you
Mhm.
only see things later, too late, you're blind to them. But yeah, it's not that I'm not open to help. It's just
Mhm.
I recognize and I see that it's difficult because it's a voluntary thing and people have jobs and lives and I can't expect them to do it. And so at the end of the day, if something needs to be done, I have to make sure
Yeah.
that it gets done. But yeah, maybe if people sponsor us more, then we'll be able to, pay somebody. Just
Mhm.
saying.
So again, go to the Larabelles website.
Yeah.
No, but Jason also asked what was kind of the history behind the logo for
Oh,
Larabelles.
it's interesting. What do you think the logo stands for?
It looks like an at sign to me. Like you would use for emails or like tagging
Yeah.
people.
So I've heard the at sign, also a fingerprint. Also, there's like an L in. Oh, wrong one. Where is it? Here. I was like, where am I? There. There's like the L inside. So it's L for Larabelles. But
Mhm.
also, apparently, it looks like a duck a little bit.
A duck?
So don't you see like a little beak here? Duck head?
No.
A lot of people.
No.
No, so many people say it looks like a fingerprint or a duck. I was like, well, I can't unsee the duck now, so it looks like a duck to me.
Okay, Dave said it looks like a duck. So
There
Dave,
you go.
Dave's got you. I'm like
Okay.
squinting. I'm like, I don't see the duck. I almost see the little bird that Twitter used to use. I almost see that
Oh,
as the inside part.
but not a duck.
Not a duck. Well, I was gonna say maybe there's something wrong with my eyes, but I'm wearing my glasses because
Yeah, so
Paulina
you
sees the
can.
duck too.
I think once you see the duck, you can't unsee the duck. But initially, it was supposed to be L. No, yes, the logo was designed by Nohemi. Yeah, so Nohemi, she used to be, or she still is, a Titan designer. I don't know if she still works at Titan, but yeah. So Nohemi designed the first website. So she designed the logo and the font and
Hmm.
our first website. That was all done by Nohemi. We have changed design since then. I think last year or this year? No, last year. But yeah, the logo and this will stay the same. So I should ask Nohemi actually. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think
ask
it's
what
an
it's
L.
supposed to be. Like, what if
Like
it was always supposed to be a duck?
maybe. Again, 6 years later. What is that logo? I don't even.
Okay, Austin says definitely it is not duck.
It
I don't
is a
see the duck
duck.
either, but everyone else does. So it's I feel like this could be one of those things people make for engagement because then we're
Yeah.
just like trying to figure out what it
Is
is.
it a duck? Or is it
Yeah.
not a duck? Is it a fingerprint? Yeah, fingerprint also come up a lot. Like a fingerprint for like a community thing or like
Hmm.
individual, but everyone's got a fingerprint. I don't know. Anyway.
I can
Yeah,
see
good
that one.
question. Okay, yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess we kind of talked on this, like we touched on it with throughout the stream already, but let's just talk again about why does it matter? Why does
Mhm.
it matter for Larabelles to exist and to continue growing?
So we can think of like a larger tech. Why does it matter for women to be in tech in general?
Hmm.
And then we can go down like into the Laravel level. So it's important for women to be in tech because not only why not, but tech is everywhere. Basically, the whole world runs on tech in one way or another. And if we want our products to be for everyone, they need to be built by everyone. If
Hmm.
only one part of population is building all these technological solutions without the input of other people, be it gender, age, disabilities or abilities, race, all of that, if we exclude people for whatever reason, then the solutions will not be for everyone because we can think we know how things work. Or, like, for example, that's not tech, but like one example people often use is seatbelts. Seatbelts were initially designed for men and tested on male dummies, car dummies, which meant that a lot of women were hurt much more during accidents because the seatbelts were just not designed for them. And it was because they didn't think of it, and that's the thing. If we design solutions, if the people who design those solutions don't have experience, cannot relate to them, we are more likely to design solutions that are not for everyone. So that's the reason why we need women in tech, because we take half of the population. We need to have a say in the things that are being developed and designed. So that's in general. And then and that's why we need women in Laravel, or like other, not just men in Laravel, because people might think, oh, it's a website, it's not apps, and we're not designing cars and satellites, I don't know what else. But websites, everything is on a website. And again, you can think of a website like it's the point of entry for many things. How do you learn about stuff? Content, again, if content is only written by one group of people, it will not represent everyone's opinion. So we just need diversity in everything. So the reason Larabelles and communities like Larabelles is important, because we need diversity. It's when we don't have diversity, we will get biased opinions, we will get biased solutions. And we want to make the world good for everyone as much as we can.
And then
Yeah.
like you said, where before there were probably other like women developers who were using PHP and Laravel, but you just never saw them online. But with the Larabelles now, it makes people more public. Like it makes it easier to find other people there. So
I would
then,
like to think so. Yeah, I'm hoping to. Yeah.
no, it definitely does. Like to me, it definitely does. Because as soon as I started in Laravel, like there might not be people who post every day, but like we have Shruti who also makes like technical
Yes.
content. Um, Tilly, Tilly the
Yes.
coder,
Yeah.
Tilly does, and like a bunch of other people. So it's like joining while there might not be like a ton, and we would love to have more. Like still there are the prevalent voices there, and then you go to a Laracon US or like any Laravel conference and you see Larabelles there, it makes it easier to be like, oh, I'm not alone. So I should
Yes.
keep going with this and like I
Yes.
can do it. Like even at Laracon US when I went, Jess Archer was speaking and I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I want to be like Jess Archer.
Yeah. And you are giving talks as well. Come on, it
Yeah.
didn't take that long when you think about it. The other thing I wanted to mention is generally for jobs in tech, I think there are really great jobs to have, especially for parents. So I don't want to say mothers, because fathers also, and it generally carers, people who have other responsibilities, because tech jobs are generally flexible. Again, not all of them, but overall flexible. You can do them from everywhere pretty much, as long as you've got your computer. You don't even need to have a great computer. You don't need to have a degree. Like the barrier of entry is really quite low. And it would work for so many people. Yet a lot of people don't even think about it. They don't think it's for them because they don't like maths, or they were never good at maths and all that. They don't even know. I mean, when was the last time I used maths when I work on my website? Never. I don't
I
know.
use it, but it's because I love math so much
Yeah,
that I'm like,
you're
let's put
different.
math in everything.
But like, you don't need to know it. And I think we
Yeah.
need to tell people, like, because again, the other thing is, when I started Larabelles, I had little kids, and it was a choice between not working at all because I couldn't find a job to do around my kids, or do some cheap job stacking shelves somewhere, when there was another option, and that was to learn to code and work from home around the kids. And there are so many people that would benefit from knowing that this is even possible. So I'm hoping, again, by increasing representation, this message that tech is for women, it can be a great place to be, and it can really make your life so much easier. We need to tell people. I feel like all my friends are fed up now, but like I feel like telling people, like, you really need to just try it, and they're like, yeah, but I'm not interested. But neither was I before I learned it. Like I wasn't technical. I didn't care about computers, and then I tried it, and it was this instant gratification when you make a website and you see it there, and you're like, I did that. I made that font red. Like, this is me. And I got hooked really quickly. And I believe so many more people would as well, if only they gave it a chance.
I agree with that. I took two programming courses in college as a math major, so non-comp sci. And my first one was C++, plus plus, which I liked. My last one was C, and it
Mm,
scared me off of programming for 5 years. And I was like, I'm too dumb. I'm too dumb. I can never program again. And then I decided to start learning web development because I found like a free online boot camp for it. And I was like, wait, I'm actually smart enough to do this. Like, I can do this. This is fun. I'm changing the color of buttons and stuff, like you were
mm,
saying. And then, like, once I started posting online and then seeing, like, I wasn't in Laravel at the time, but just seeing, like, other people who were in tech who were women who were, like,
mm.
doing amazing and doing great things, I was like, oh, I actually want to do this. And now
Yeah.
here I am. So I definitely love to yap a lot about working in tech and why everyone should do it too.
Yeah.
And then Vishal asked one important question. Do you really feel underrepresented due to their gender still exist?
Big time. All you have to do is
I
go to
agree.
a conference and you will see most of the people around you are men. That's the definition of being underrepresented. If there's not 50-50, I'm not saying it should be 50-50, like it would never be, and I'm not expecting, but if it's like you are 5% of the whole
Hmm.
conference attendance, you are underrepresented. And again, I can pull up some numbers. I mean, it's
Which Vishal's was based
everyone.
on like in India too,
I
and
don't
I
know
bet you it'd be
India,
different.
so that might be different population because I know that a lot of developers, women developers in India,
Hmm.
but I think overall, worldwide, we are still very much. And hold on, there was a. I've got there are lots of studies, but for example, there is one that reached well, that was about being undervalued, underpaid. Um, it's like I think the numbers are between 23 and 28% of women
Hmm.
are in tech as compared to men. So like we are not even 1/3. And yeah, within that, they said research shows women in tech earn about 15.6% less than men for the same work, with 76% reporting workplace discrimination. Um, yeah, documented women represent less than 23% of high tech force, despite being nearly half of the total US workforce. So the numbers speak for themselves. And I'm not saying we're going to fix everything. We can start small. We can start
Hmm.
with our local communities. I think even if it's one person that we help in some way, either by sending to conference or introducing them to a potential employer, helping them get a better job, better life, like little bit.
Hmm. Because that's another thing. Jobs are also posted in the Larabelles Discord. I think under the Larabelles portion that's
Yeah,
only visible to Larabelles members,
yeah.
right?
Possibly. I think if anyone wants to, I can always make more channels. That's the other thing. People have asked, why don't we have a Larabelle's job board? Two reasons. One, because we already have Lara jobs, and I think that does well. I mean, there is no need to kind of have another one. But even if there was, we don't have that many people getting to. I mean, there are times when like I've got 3-4 emails a week saying, oh, we've got this job, about someone looking, but then there will be months without anything. And I think like having like a job board with no jobs on it doesn't really look that good. So what I do when I do have companies saying, oh, we're looking for somebody, especially Laravel would be great, then I share with our community that way instead of having a public job board. But yeah, if
Gotcha.
anyone has a job going, let me know or post it on Twitter, tag us, or I'll post it on the Discord. That doesn't mean that I can vet the companies. That's the other thing. Like I wouldn't want, like I'm not a HR person. I'm not going to vet the company to make sure that it's a good place. I can't do that. But I
Hmm.
can just put it out there and say, this is a job. Anyone interested, apply, not apply, up to you.
How can people who aren't um, specifically Laravel's members or developers, how can they get involved and how could they join?
Uh, so get involved, just talk about us to people. So because I live in this little Larabelles bubble, I think everyone knows about us. But all you have to do is go to a conference, and you will find out how many people don't. They have no idea, never heard of us before. And especially when I go to PHP conferences, a lot of PHP people don't. And we are for PHP people as well. So we need to increase our representation in the PHP community, really.
Mhm.
Just talk about us to your colleagues, friends. Just let people know that we exist as a community. If you can help us financially, please do. And as I said, we don't have an official membership form or anything, but I'm thinking we're going to have to start doing something, not fees or anything, but just to see how many people we have in the community, because a lot of companies that would like to sponsor us, they also are businesses and they need to have some numbers. And right
Mhm.
now I can tell them how many people are on our Discord, on our newsletter, on the directory, but I'm going to try to make it more organized, this membership, non-membership, like make it something better. So that's coming up in the next in the future.
Mhm.
I'm not going to put a deadline on myself, but yeah, I'm going to do more about that. But if you want to get involved at the moment, join our Discord channel or server. We've got Twitter account or X. We have Blue Sky. We've got LinkedIn page as well. Yeah, I think the Discord's probably the best place to go because that's where most
Mhm.
people are. And from what I know, Discord, it might not be that loud and busy, but people do meet there and then they take their chats privately. So it's the best ways to meet people.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I learned about it through Twitter. But it sounds like just word of mouth and like
Yeah,
posting about it and helping promote, such as you said you posted the Laracon EU ticket giveaway today, right?
today, yeah.
So just
I
people
mean,
going.
as in I made it public on the website. I didn't tell
Oh, okay.
anyone about it yet.
You have to
I mean, I
tweet
told
about it.
you.
You have to
Yeah, I
tweet
told
about it so
you.
that we can all
I should, yeah.
retweet about it or everyone else here can go
Let me
tweet
see
about it as well.
if anyone actually applied. I don't think.
We need a
Hold on.
strong CTA, Zuzana. We need a strong call to
Yeah,
action.
nobody did yet. Oh, come on, people. But I have to say, I can't blame people. It's me. I really should get
Roxy,
more organized.
Maddie, other Larabelles members here, go apply to the
Please.
Laracon
Yeah.
EU ticket giveaway so
Giveaway.
she
Yeah.
has some. Um,
I need to give it away. Come on, people. I'm giving away tickets.
Mariah
Yeah.
said, "Thank you, Susanna, for building this amazing community."
Thank you, Maria. Oh, funny
Maria, I
story
keep
about
saying
Maria.
it
I
wrong.
have
I'm
to
sorry.
say, no, Maria, I have to say, we used to work at the same. It's funny, like, so I live in Cambridge, and she
Mhm.
used to live in Cambridge, and I went to a company. I used to contract for a company, and I went to their offices once, and I remember Maria sitting there in the office. I just noticed, and that was years before Larabelles, years before anything. And then we met online like that, and we were like, "Oh, you work at the same company," and it just went, and now we are friends. Right, Maria, my friend?
See, power of Larabelles.
Yeah, I know. It's just how you meet people, and yeah, it's crazy.
Let's see. It does seem like India could be different because Dave Hicking had said that Laracon, India, he was amazed by how many folks there who didn't identify as men. And then Josh
Mm,
said, I definitely agree with Dave on that. It was truly incredible to see the last year at Laracon, India. So it sounds
yeah,
like we all need to go to Laracon, India
maybe
eventually.
they should tell us what to do to do what they do, because
Yeah.
they're doing something right apparently. So tell us, so we can do it too.
And then I know there were some comments earlier about a Laravel meetup in San Francisco, which we are having a meetup in San Francisco next
What, in person?
Thursday. Yeah, in person. We're doing a Laravel AI meetup where
Hmm.
Taylor will be demoing the Laravel AI SDK.
Hmm. Well, you don't have to wait for me there. Like, that's the other thing. Like, I I didn't go to the US conference the last couple of years, and the pictures still happen. Like, I don't have to
Hmm.
be there to tell people, let's do this. The community is just a living thing now. Like, if you want to organize something, please go for it. If you organize something, let me know so I can, share it. But don't it doesn't mean that I have to
Hmm.
be there, like, officiate it. Anyway, just go for it.
Yeah, you could just self like initiate, I guess, like create your own little meetup and then just share
Mm,
it and still promote
yeah.
Laravel throughout it.
Yeah.
And then, hi, Harris. Harris said, looking forward to Laracon India. Maria said that she only joined Larabelles after that, and that, of course, you're friends.
Of course we're friends. That's the thing. You meet so many friends. Like, looking back, I met so many incredible people thanks to Larabelles. I have to say
Mhm.
thanks to Larabelles. I'm not saying I wouldn't meet them otherwise. Probably not. I don't know. But I met so many. I have friends now, and I know it sounds sad. I'm not saying I didn't
It's
have
so
friends
sad.
before, but I met so many incredible people that made my life better in so many ways, and I just want everyone to experience it too. And I know
Mhm.
conferences are not for everyone. It doesn't mean just it has to be like in person at conference, but for me it works with conferences. It can happen online. It's just, I want everyone to find their people, because it's important to have your people, to have somebody who has your back without
Yeah.
questions, just is there for you. It's important.
And Zane said, lucky for you guys, I'm from Indonesia and crying alone here. But you can join
Oh.
any of the any of the online communities.
Or make your own. Like,
Yeah.
it's that simple. I honestly didn't know what I was doing, and I did it anyway. Sometimes not knowing is better, because I think if I knew what I know now, I would probably overthink it much more. But because I didn't know, I just did it and I went with the flow. And yeah, sometimes it's nice to just go with the flow and see
Mhm.
what happens. I don't know. I don't have a plan. I have a better plan now, but at the beginning I definitely didn't have a plan.
Yeah. The biggest thing is just starting.
Yeah.
Just starting. And
And
then
then see
someone
what
said,
happens.
really love the Discord and seeing all the bells there. It has helped me feel just a little more a part of, especially as a deeply socially awkward introvert. Thank you, Zuzana.
Oh, it's not me. It's
You started
everyone.
it.
Well, I started it. Yeah, I got the ball rolling, and then everyone. Thank you so much. It's so kind. And I think comments like that just make it. That's why we all do it. Just yeah. No, it's
Comments
all
like
right.
that kind of sum up what I think about Larabelles and how I feel like Larabelles has made a huge difference.
Yeah.
We've been going for about an hour now, so it's probably a good time to kind of wrap up and start ending stream. So is there anything like you want to say to end, like again, where people can go to join Larabelles and help?
So our website is larabelles.com. You can go there. Again, the website is work in progress. Keep updating it. We will be adding pages. I want to add something because right now I know we could do better when it comes to telling people what we are actually about. I also want to have some sort of news page or something because at the moment, unless there are the events coming up, you wouldn't know if people are actually working on it. Like it seems very
Mhm.
static. So I want to make it more dynamic. That's what I'm saying. So the website is always work in progress, but go there. There is a link to our Discord server there. You can sign up to our newsletter there. You can fill in the join us form if you want to be on the website. Again, it's there just so people can share their that's so we can tell the world that who we are and what we do, where we come from. You don't have to be part of the director if you don't want to, but you can if you want to. There's the support us page that tells you how to support us financially. Again, you can do it via Patreon, GitHub sponsors, or bank transfer. What else can I say? Just please keep talking about us. I think that's the most important for keep spreading the message. Uh, because as I said, although I think everyone surely must know about us, it only takes me going to a non-Laravel conference and sometimes even Laravel conference
Mhm.
to know that nobody knows, like very few people knows. So keep talking about us. We need to try to reach people that are not on Twitter and not on social media because there are so many of them. And I know like that not everyone lives on the internet the way we do, me and
Mhm.
you, I assume.
Yeah,
Too much. Too much.
too much.
So, so maybe find these people, so bring them in. I don't think there's a downside being part of Larabelles. Like as I said, you
No.
don't pay any membership fee. There is no such a thing. It's for our members, I hope, are only benefits. That's what I'm hoping. And yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think even just sharing it on Twitter and social media still, because you probably have followers who aren't in the community. So
Mm,
you sharing it like helps let other people know about it.
yeah.
Um, and then hopefully you'll post when merch is official so we can all buy the merch as well.
I think it's been washing well. I'm gonna talk to Diana and I will make a decision. Does it look okay? Is the placement? Hold on. This way.
It looks
What's the
good to
cut?
me.
Is it too big? Not too big? I don't know.
No, it looks great size.
Thank you.
The
Okay.
duck logo is great, of
The
course.
duck. The duck logo. We need to have new stickers. Maybe I'll have like a duck stickers
We
now.
need socks. Can we please get socks?
Yeah, we need to talk to Sam. Sam's in charge of the socks.
Okay. I need
And
Sam to make us the scrunchie as well. So
oh, is
Larabelle's
there
Day.
scrunchy?
I want
Okay.
there to be a scrunchie. I think there should be a
Yeah, I
Larabelle
think that's
scrunchie.
yeah. Let's talk to Sam. Yeah. Also, any ideas? Anyone has ideas about merch? Please let us know because, like, it's all boring. It's just like t-shirts and hoodies. Everyone's got plenty of these. If you have ideas of what else could be fun, let us know.
Yes. And then Paulina said, thanks, ladies. Love listening in on your chat. Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Susanna, for being here today and telling us all
Thank
about
you for talking to
Larabelle's.
me. It was so much fun.
Yes, of course. Of course, I'm going to talk to you. But yeah, thank you, every. Yeah, like
I
I'm
was like,
just going to sit here and
of
Netflix.
course, it's fun because I'm fun. Like, what are you talking about?
We hung out the whole week in Australia.
I know it was so much fun. I'm still, yeah.
Yes,
Anyway,
scrunchies coming soon, more merch coming soon. Please do what Zuzana said. Join the Discord server. Support Larabelles by donating to them and just helping to promote them. And thank you all for being here today.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.